What's up, y'all? We back at it with another chapter of Kiyoshi, man. Ultimate Exorcist Kiyoshi, to be exact. Chapter 44. And this might be one of my favorite chapters, man. I love the way this series actually does Asuta Roth and just how he looks, man. Like, his design kind of reminds me of a young Joker, man. Like, if you look at his design with the crazy smile, and he's always just intrigued when it comes to Kiyoshi or, you know, whoever he considers to be his prey. Like, yo, it's amazing, man. They really did their job with the design of this character. Don't get me wrong, the number one demon, his design is dope as well, with the mask, the samurai mask, as well as the number two demon. You know, I guess I like his the least. But man, the designs is crazy. We got this amazing color page. The name of the chapter is Clash, and you got it where we're seeing the three strongest on the Exorcist side versus the three strongest that we know of in the demon world. And we about to get right into it. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell. I will greatly appreciate it. But the chapter starts off where you got Kiyoshi holding old girl, and he's telling her like, yo, leave the rest to me. And I don't know why. This panel just looks so damn cold. Like, she's on the verge of dying. He's holding her, and he's not even like he just looks so serious, like he's gonna make Asuta Roth pay. And the crazy thing is, Asuta Roth is looking at Kiyoshi with excitement. He's smiling like he's happy that he's here. And you got Kiyoshi here with that serious look. And of course, you got her with old girl. She's still somewhat conscious, and she looks at your boy Kiyoshi and says like, yo, you need to be careful. But Kiyoshi doesn't really, you know, let her say much because he knows how injured she is, and he places her down and says like, yo, just rest here, okay? You know, this is something I will handle. And then you have it where Asuta Roth is observing. He's looking at Kiyoshi, and he's realizing how much stronger Kiyoshi has gotten. He's thinking to himself like, yo, this is great. His power is even bigger now than it was when I last faced him. And he's excited. Like, this dude is smiling and cheesing to the point that he's drooling. And I love that because, it, like I said, it really makes me think of the Joker from Batman. Like, because this is some crap he would do if he seen Batman like approaching him and getting near him. This is some shit that the Joker would really do. And he's thinking to himself like, yo, I was so right. I'm glad I didn't take him last time. Meaning like, yo, if he wanted to, and we already know, if he wanted to, he could have finished off Kiyoshi the last time they encountered one another. But because he chose not to, he's excited because now Kiyoshi is even stronger to give him an even better battle this time around. But of course, you got it where Kiyoshi is looking at Asuta Roth, and he's like, yo, if they were to clash right here, a lot of innocent people would be drawn into the battle. It's a chance that they could get hit. And you got it where Kiyoshi is preparing to like knock him in a different direction. But Asuta Roth is already on that same type of time. He says, yo, I know you want to take the fight elsewhere. Look, save that energy of yours so we could have a better fight, and just tell me where you want to go fight at, and we could do it. Again, that's just another moment that makes Asuta Roth look so damn cold in this series. I don't know, man. Like, I didn't read this chapter when it first came out Sunday. I waited till today to read it because it's just so much stuff was coming out over the past few days. And like me, I'm just read this moments before recording this video, and I'm just like, yo, damn, this shit was like worth the wait. But of course, you got it where they go off in a different direction. Old girl, she's looking at Kiyoshi as he goes off with Asuta Roth, and she's saying like, yo, be careful. You know, he's still hiding his true power, meaning the power that he displayed against her in the previous chapter wasn't even his true power. He's even stronger. But they go to this amusement park to have their battle, and you have it where Asuta Roth says like, yo, you picked an amusement park for our date? Not bad. Now let's make an absolute messes out of each other. Meaning he doesn't even care if he gets beaten to a pulp, long as he has the, you know, the thrill of this battle to himself. And that's crazy to think that this dude mind is really that warped where, you know, or maybe he just don't see himself dying, so maybe that's why he's thinking like that. But of course, you got it where Kiyoshi is thinking about all of his friends who gave him encouragement for this moment right here. You have it where he thinks about the girl from his school who actually made the portal open up last time, saying that she was sorry. He also thinks of your boy Timma and how Timma says like, yo, next time we're going to win. Then he also thinks of your boy Sosuke and how Sosuke says, trust me, now go ahead and go, Kiyoshi, and face off Astaroth. And next thing you know, you got it where all this energy is just coming from Kiyoshi's body, and it looks dope as hell. And he's saying out loud, I will protect everyone. And you got it where Kiyoshi points the finger. He's doing his Moonrise Kingdom. All the energy is surging around it. It kind of makes me think of the spirit gun from Yu Yu Hakusho. If you know, you already know. But of course, you got it where Astaroth's like, yo, this is so good, but yo, that's not going to be enough to touch me. And of course, you got it where Kiyoshi's thinking about his training at the spring, and he says like, yo, don't rush it. Remember your training. And you see that he kind of condensed his energy into a small orb as opposed to it running wild in this big giant orb. And you got it where he says Artemis, and he fires the blast, and it hits your boy Astaroth. He coughs up blood a little bit, and he says, well, he thinks to himself like, yo, I can't regenerate properly. And I'm so glad, because one thing I hate in most of these manga series, and just in series in general, is when you run into a character who has instant regeneration. I think that's such the cheapest and wackest move that any character can have. So, yo, it's just the only character I see that I've seen in any series that has like instant regeneration where it's not annoying, I would say, is Deadpool and Wolverine, because they still get messed up. Like, they have instant healing, but for whatever reason they still get knocked unconscious, get drugged. Like, stuff still happens to them. They recover, but it's not as instant as you would think. So those are the only people who got regeneration where I'm okay with. But every other series, the regeneration, it annoys me. It really does. But you got it where he's like, yo, man, it's not regenerating properly. I'm having trouble. And then you got it where he's a little more excited to battle Kiyoshi. And Kiyoshi goes to tell him like, yo, I'm not who I used to be. Come at me and I exercise the hell out of you. Oh my God, that was such a cold line. That shit was cold. And of course, you got it where Astaroth is like, yo, how do you keep exceeding my expectations? Like, yo, I knew it. You really are my soulmate, aren't you? That's some Joker-like stuff. I promise you, I really think the author of this series is fascinated with DC's Joker. I could be wrong, but it just feels like it. But you got it where they're shouting one another names as they go to clash fists, and that panel looks so dope when their fists collide, and you see like that spark of energy coming between both of them from engaging. Then you got Kiyoshi, who looks very serious, and then you have Astaroth with a smile on his face, and I'm just getting so amped. But then the series does something where I'm kind of mad at it, and then at the same time I'm kind of okay with it because I enjoy what they actually showed us. But it jumps from the battle with Astaroth and Kiyoshi, and it goes to your boy Hijiri as well. Hijiri and the number one demon facing off against one another. So like I said, I was like, dang man, I want to see more of this Astaroth and Kiyoshi. But then once we get to see, your boy Hijiri, I'm like, yo, okay, I'm okay with that. But you got it where the demon that he's facing off with goes to do a slash. Your boy jumps and evades it. Then he does a move called Blade Runner, and he actually sends like multiple slices towards this number one demon, this demon lord, and he manages to block it. And he says like, yo, this is pathetic. This is all you got. Next thing you know, you got it where Hidori jumps down from the ground, does some move called Sharp Shoes. You see a sword go slamming into the ground. The demon lord manages to dodge it, and he says like, you're very good, but let's see how you handle this. And he says like, yo, we'll see if you can handle this one. I'm gonna cut half the city. No, he says I'm gonna cut the whole city in half. And I'm like, yo, damn, that's crazy. But next thing you know, you see old boy take the same stance too, and you got it where he's holding his his exorcism sword in the same stance that this demon lord is holding his sword. And you got it where the demon lord says like, yo, oh, you fearless. And you got this leaf falling in between both of them. They both draw their swords and do a slash. You see a thin X appear on the leaf, and you see it where their swords are their slashes are colliding with one another. And you got it where they pretty much cancel each other out. Next thing you know, Hidori does this move called drying pole, which is a crazy name, shallow reversal, and he hits your boy the demon lord with it, and the demon lord is coughing up blood. And of course you have it where Hidori is saying like, yo, come on, that can't be all you got. Get up and show me. And then the Demon Lord says, just don't die too quickly. And you got it where the Demon Lord is drawing the second sword. So this whole time, you know, even when he was facing off against the other people in the previous chapters, he was only using one sword. This time he's actually about to draw two swords. Now the question is, how much of a challenge will he actually be for Hidori? My imagination, well, my thought process on how the next chapter is going to be, it's going to be where we get a little bit of Astaroth, and then it's going to jump to Tenma as he faces off against his Demon Lord. I just imagine that's how it's going to be. It's going to be one of those back and forth things. But all in all, man, amazing chapter. One of my favorites, to be exact. And I really hope Kiyoshi isn't ending anytime soon, because I'm really enjoying this series, and I feel like it should be a lot more people talking about it. But that's just my thoughts on this chapter. If you like this video, thumb it up, please subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.